Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It's been a while. I've been talking to
Please don't.
NPR boys here.
Please don't.
Good morning. Welcome to the show, everyone. We're so happy to have you.
Welcome in.
Don't you say that. That's how you knew to get back at me.
I'll use my ASMR voice. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us this morning. For those of you that have not had caffeine yet, I won't speak too loudly.
No. Cheryl, are you there? Are you watching? I'm speaking to you, Cheryl. All right.
Cheryl's at work. She's probably not watching live.
Well, she'll watch later. Anyway, guys, hello. It's Wednesday. This is our first Boss Up and List show in quite a while.
A few months anyway.
Yeah, a few months.
So much for us saying we were going to do it every other week.
Listen, it's the summertime. Things get a little crazy, okay?
It's true. It's Sandra.
What? Yeah, we were pretty sure that we had lost Sandra forever. I don't know. Why are you just one of those people who goes and looks through your friends list to figure out who is missing?
So here's the thing. Sandra shares a lot of TikTok videos and her stories that she doesn't post a lot on Facebook, but she shares a lot in her TikTok stories. And I always like her TikToks that she shares because they're funny and they're usually they have cats or they're like super feminist, and I love both of those things. So I'm always watching them. So I go to look at the stories and I realize I haven't seen Sandra post anything in several days now. So I'm like, yeah. Then I went to go find her and I'm like, did she unfriend me?
I'm upstairs and she's like, what's Sandra? Did she unfriend me on Facebook? And then she's like, and what about Derek? Our friend Derek Wagers. And I'm like, well, I see him posting stuff on Instagram, so maybe he just hates us. But no, just kidding. So I had to send a message to Sandra and be like, are you okay? So it was pretty funny.
Yeah, I was like, Sandra, are you dead? What happened? So see, we do care, okay, about our stranger friends who are actual friends now.
Yeah. Well, it's true. And then she's like, you need to tell Sandra about the reseller remix. And I'm like, but I just reached out to her. I don't want her to think that like I only checked on her so that she would come to our event. Like that's because that was not.
No, that was not the intent.
It just happened to be that yesterday Vikki was freaking out.
Well, she hasn't watched the channel in a while, and that's totally fine. You have a life. But then I also realized that she was not on Facebook. I'm like, she's not even going to see about it if she's not. So that was my intent.
Yes, I understand.
I
know it wasn't your intent. I'm saying we just care about our peeps, you know, and we're happy to see you here, Sandra. Anyway, guys, so yeah, we don't do the show regularly anymore, as you know, and because it's summertime, you know, earlier in the year we were like, oh, we're gonna go back and forth between this show and No Pants Friday, but we've had so much stuff going on this summer that we just haven't been able to do everything. So it's sort of like
we've just been traveling so
quit
much.
Booking trips. Quit it.
It's like, I swear, 2020, we were able to do anything but little drive-away trips, weekend trips, just the two of us. Mm-hmm. That 2021 happened in the spring, and everything hit the fan in April, and we went, okay, that's it. Woohoo! We're going everywhere. Well, we're going to see everybody and do everything, all the things.
What happened is we booked our trips to see our families, and then opportunities kept popping up, and it's like, and we kept going, oh, okay, I guess we'll do that. Oh, okay, I guess we'll do that. And then before we knew it, I don't think we've had a full week at home yet. I have, even in between that and like your birthday staycation, it's like I have not had a full week to actually get any kind of work done, which whatever. It's okay. It's okay, guys.
Yeah, you don't look like it's okay.
You shut your mouth. Well, it's okay now because we're not going anywhere for a while, I think. Right? I don't know. Anyway.
Another 4 weeks anyway.
Guys, welcome to the show. This is the Boss Up and List show, a special edition for the Boss Reseller Remix. For anyone who maybe is joining us for the first time, although this would be a weird show to try this out for the first time. But if you are, I don't know. Welcome. I'm Katy. This is Vikki, a.k.a. Victoria, when she wants to be taken very seriously, a.k.a. the Pink Cruella DeVille, AKA she's so sassy, AKA my fiance, and she used to sell mattresses professionally. I don't know why. For some reason, it's come up a lot in the last like week or so,
and it's almost like about buying mattresses.
It's just funny to me, like it's a flex or something, and it's pretty funny to me.
Yeah, I managed a mattress store. Woo! Super flex.
Anyway. So today's show, we are going to be talking about the BOSS Reseller Remix. As some of you may know, most of you, those of you who've followed us for a while, this is our big in-person it's reseller event that we had planned to do last year, guys. It was supposed to happen
Our reseller conference.
Yes, we had planned to have it happen last year in August, and we started planning it very early in the year. And we were putting all the plans in place, announcing it, doing all the work. And then somebody at one point said, are you worried at all about COVID? And we're like, it's going to blow over. It's not. Listen, never in the history, at least as long as we've been alive, has anything happened ever that has like freaking shut down the whole world. So
for 6 months,
I don't think it's crazy that we were like in February, not thinking, or March, whatever it was, not thinking that it was going to affect something in August. So probably needless to say, we had to cancel. And now we have gone ahead and scheduled it again. And we're going to make it happen this time. And we're pretty excited about it.
And Greg Dupage Picker, you are not allowed to come back until the event because we don't need you shutting down Vegas again.
Yeah, you need to move back the morning of the event because I'm pretty sure at that point you can't ruin it. So
just kidding. We love you.
We really do. So anyway, is there anything else you want to say about before we launch into this subject? Any announcements you need to make?
I have no announcements, announcements, but I am going to say if anyone is new to our channel, there is a link down below to the BOSS Facebook group, the bossiest of groups, and we are about to bring someone on as a guest. But below the show, there is a link to the BOSS Facebook group where you can find any and all information about this event. You can also go to the website. We'll talk about that a few more times too. But you should join the Facebook group because that's where you stay up on all things reseller related, not just us and not just the group, but not just the event. But we have some pretty great people in there.
We do. And I don't know if you guys have looked, eBay, they're doing the eBay Open Virtual. Is going to be happening in what? Is it going to be August? Yes. Are you just not?
Yeah, it's August.
Okay,
it's August.
Are the words coming through your brain? Anyway, they just put out the people were able to register and everything, and they just put out their whole list of speakers. And what's really cool is there are a lot of eBay sellers that are speaking this year.
Every single.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. Look at her. She's not paying attention. Now she's trying to steal my freaking thunder. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and let our special guest who's joining us tell what I was just going to say. I'm sure that she knows what I was just going to say about the eBay sellers who are speaking at eBay Open, the virtual event this year. So let's go ahead and bring her out. The bossiest of all the bosses, the founder and true leader of the BOSS Facebook group, the one and only T-Money.
If it's red, she'll sell it.
It's true. Or something. She'll buy it if it's red. And then maybe she'll sell it. Let's go ahead and welcome the lovely Theresa Cox to the show. Hello, Theresa. Teresa, you heard what I'm saying, I'm assuming, unless you were doing some work while we were talking. Tell us what is special about the eBay sellers that are speaking at eBay Open this year.
Oh, what's special?
Yeah.
Is I think that all of them, maybe, I think we were unsure about one, but all of them are in the BOSS Facebook group.
Yeah.
Because we are
bosses.
As far as we know, we're pretty sure one of them is not, but almost all of them.
Well, he could be.
Could be.
Philip is one of the speakers. I met him on a panel.
Well, now
2 weeks ago.
I feel like, Teresa, it should be your mission to make sure to get him in the BOSS Facebook group if he's not. So let's go ahead and make it so that every single speaker. What's that?
Challenge accepted.
But I think that's pretty cool. And I think that's a testament to the group that you created, Teresa, and the group that you run. And it tells me
rerun it. It's not,
we help you, but it's your group. We help you, but it is your group. But I think it's a testament to the quality of our members and the kind of work that they're doing with eBay, that eBay, not that eBay looked and said, oh, they're in the BOSS group, we better make them speakers. But I just think it shows that we have a lot of leaders in our group, and I think that's awesome.
I think that's awesome. And you can be like Sandra, I want one of us. One of us.
Very good. That's from the movie Freaks, by the way.
We also know that
I have seen the movie.
Oh. What's that, Teresa?
we also know that there's a few more surprises that haven't been released yet that are boss related too. So I'm super excited. So there are more people that are involved in eBay.
That's true. That's true.
That are in the Facebook group that are going to be amazing, blow your mind away. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. And she's actually not building that up to something bigger than it is. There is some pretty crazy
impressive stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, Boss has wormed its way in and got
we've taken over eBay
tentacles
Open
everywhere into eBay, which is pretty awesome.
Basically, the group has taken over eBay Open. We're just wanting you to know that now.
Yeah. One of the things that I love about the Facebook group, and I don't really talk about this a lot, but I'll say it today. There are a lot of eBay employees and execs in the group that we don't call out. We don't tag them. We don't, if they want to participate. But because we have such a positive teaching group, and, you know, we try not to get wrapped around the axle with all the conspiracy theories or whatever, they do read and see what's going on or whatever. And sometimes, you know, I'll get a message from somebody and they're like, hey, what's going on with this? And so we do send out those vibes to the eBay community, and we don't have just eBay sellers, but, you know, we are eBay centric. And so it is, I mean, it's a great group to belong to. So if you want to be part of a positive group, come join us.
Absolutely.
Sellers uplifting other sellers. That's what we do in our group. And you know, we've said it before, we've said it many times. This is not a competition. You know, if I can help someone else become a better seller, then that helps the platform become better for all of us. And that's, I think, how we all feel. We want to help everyone succeed. There is enough out there for everybody. It's not about one-upmanship. It's not about, oh, I'm a better seller than you, I'm going to make more money than you. No, we've got some healthy competition that happens in there, but I think it's genuine. It comes from a genuine place of wanting to help other sellers be great sellers too.
Yeah. And I think that's true for all the platforms. And the reality is, you know, buyers we're all kind of competing for buyers in the big pool of buyers out there. Not competing, but we're all drawing from the same pool.
Right.
And so the experience that a buyer has with you, Theresa, could affect the ability for me to sell to them in the future. And so it's important, you know, I feel like, I mean, my motivation for supporting other sellers isn't about that necessarily, but I think it's an element that we should take into account. Just knowing that, you know, how many times have you talked to somebody and they're like, oh, I bought on eBay one time years ago and they never sent it to me.
Screwed me over. I got some broken.
Yeah, never again, never again. So you can see how it's really important that people have a good experience with sellers. So to me, it behooves us, for all of us, to be successful and to use best practices, and not just on eBay, but on Etsy and on Grailed and on any other platform that we sell on. Yes, that's one too.
Here's one thing that I really try to, and, you know, I don't like to run a group with an iron fist or a heavy hand, but one of the things is that, you know, we all have different business models. There's no one way to do something. And just because, you know, it's a best practice, we will say, hey, eBay says that you should have free shipping and you should do one-day shipping. But it's like, we're not going to kick you out because you don't do free shipping. It's like, we're just here to provide information.
Your business.
Yeah,
you run it how you want.
I don't care how you run your business. If you know, we will tell you that it's not the rules about using priority mail supplies without it sending priority mail. I'm not going to police you if you do something that, you know, I don't agree with.
You allow people to do with it what they will. And case in point, I do free shipping. Vikki doesn't. So not everybody has to do what works for them. But let's get into our event. So you guys can, you know, dip your toes in a little with a virtual eBay Open. I was going to say eBay Open is like a precursor because eBay Open's virtual. Okay. It hasn't always been virtual. And that's one of the things that we as resellers, if you've been around the block a little bit, we really, really, really love in-person events and getting to meet other resellers. That's the absolute best part about eBay Open, bar none. I mean, the virtual events are nice because it allows a lot of people that wouldn't normally be able to attend an in-person event to be a part of it and to get to have some of that. But nothing totally can replace the in-person, getting to hang out with the people that in the community. You know, so many of us, we call them stranger friends, the people that we've met through these reselling communities, and getting to actually be in the same room with them and meet them face to face. I mean, we all three of us met First, we met virtually, and then we met in person, and now we're very good friends. And we're in business together, doing things. And
I could not imagine my life without the enrichment from the friends that have become family that I met because of eBay. And look, I'm going to be all teary-eyed because that's what I do, because I'm a big baby like that. But it's absolutely true. I not just because I've met the love of my life through eBay, and then she makes dorky faces like that. But the reality is my life is immeasurably enriched because of the eBay community.
Yeah.
And not just because of virtual friends, because I can pick up the phone and call a friend, several friends in all different parts of this country at any given time. And they are real good friends that I absolutely love and miss. And it's people that I've met only because of eBay that I would never have met in any other way.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, if you have never come to an in-person eBay event and met people that feel like you, that think like you, that do the same business as you, you are going to meet amazing people.
Yeah. And again, this our event, which I'll say it again, the BOSS Reseller Remix, because a lot of people within our community have their primary revenue comes from eBay, there is a tendency for it to be a little eBay centric. However, our event is absolutely not just for eBay sellers.
It's true.
I sell on 5 different platforms. Vicky sells on, how many do you sell on?
5, 6 sometimes.
Yeah, and not all the same ones. Theresa, you sell on 8, 10 different platforms. I don't know how many.
Yeah.
And so we do want to let people know that it's not just about eBay. This event, if you come to it, the things that you're going to learn, what you're going to take from it is going to help you in whatever part of your business, regardless of which platforms you sell on. And so really what it's all about is, yes, we want the in-person networking and the ability to get to know each other, but also we want you to come ready to improve your business, improve yourself as a small business owner, and to be able to take your business to the next level. If that's what you're ready to do, you're going to find something from this event that's going to allow you to do that. And a lot of it also, not only just some skill sets, some tools, some ideas, but also just if you've never been to an event like this, you cannot understand how much motivation and excitement you get from it and how much you leave going, yeah. And it's true. Listen, I worked for Habitat for Humanity for 5 years. I was an executive director for a few of those years. I've been to conferences for them. What they do is amazing, life-changing. And I will tell you, their conferences, I never walked away feeling that way. There's just something about this kind of an event where you just get super excited.
I was a mortgage broker. I went to sales conferences all over the country all the time, 2 and 3 day events. First of all, there's nobody that can party like mortgage brokers. But second, that's after the events. The actual events themselves were boring as hell. And that's what most conferences are. I mean, people talk about, it doesn't matter what industry you're in. If you've been to a business conference or a sales conference, most conferences are boring. People have fun after the conferences, having cocktails, hooking up, all that kind of crazy stuff people talk about. But the reality is most conferences are boring.
Yeah. Kara wants to know if eBay has a patent on the clapping tunnel. I don't know. I feel like we could do a gun shooting tunnel and be like, pew, 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 pew.
Okay, so I was late to registering, and I registered this morning. And in the registration, there's a thing of what do you want to take away? They called it the infamous clapping tunnel. Infamous has a negative connotation.
This is for eBay Open.
Yeah,
it's not the right word to use.
I agree. I noticed that yesterday. It's like, that's pretty funny. Infamous. Infamous is it's a negative thing.
Somebody shivs you as you walk by.
But let me just throw something out there, because if you're listening to this and you love Katy and Vikki and you watch them all the time and you want to come, you're part of the BOSS Facebook group, whatever, you're an online seller, and you're like, I don't know anybody, I don't want to travel to Vegas. Let me give you my travel to Vegas pitch, because I do this anytime they have an eBay Open, and I tell people this. They come up to me at the event and say, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you said that. So I'm speaking to you. If you are the person that doesn't ever go anyplace by yourself, doesn't know anybody, blah, 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 get on a plane, get an Uber. If you can't figure it out, I will pick you up from the airport.
True.
Promise my heart. Get on an airplane, book your hotel, and when you get to the event, you will not be alone. Trust me on this. If you're one of those people that went to an event thinking this and I told you that and I spoke to you and you listened, put something in the comments, because trust me, you will not be alone and you will have the time of your life. So
it's absolutely true. I can say that when I went to my first eBay Open, I had already been a seller for 15 years, for crying out loud. There had been plenty of eBay lives and eBay radio events, and I had never gone to any of them. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I'm somebody that says I've said up until that point, I said, I'm not a joiner. I am a solopreneur, and I'm okay with that. I don't need eBay friends. I have plenty of friends. I don't need to make friends. I don't need to make friends on eBay. I already have friends. I have a life. This is just my business. This isn't my life. I don't need people to do the same thing I do. If I wanted them as friends, I'd have them as friends. I'm that asshole, right? So I said that. And the reality is I went to my first eBay Open. I knew one person at that eBay Open, one person, he who shall not be named. But I met hundreds of other people, and that was in 2016, and it was fantastic.
Yeah,
Theresa is one of the people that I met, and she and I bonded the day after.
You're welcome.
Open, to be
You're
honest.
welcome.
Yeah,
and I didn't know anybody other than online when I went in 20.
Tell them who the first person is that you met and saw when you came to eBay Open in 2017.
The first person I saw and met in person was Theresa. And then, and not only that, we took a selfie, and then somebody from eBay took a picture of us taking a selfie, and then that picture
went viral.
Yeah. So, okay, guys, enough talking about eBay Open because we don't care about that anymore.
Okay,
we have something better to show you guys. Sort of. I'm going to go ahead and share the screen because I want to show the website. Which, by the way, if you guys have watched our show before, we had the wonderful Rachel Pintarelli, who's a friend of ours, also a seller on Etsy, and she's done some work for some of you guys creating logos and stuff. And
I know she did Patty's logo.
And she designed our website. And so I wanted to just give her a shout out because I think it turned out amazing. And so I'm going to go ahead and share the screen because I think this will be easier to talk about if we have this in front of us. And so, so the link to the website is down below. It's just the resellerremix.com. So this is the website, and I just updated it yesterday to include all the other pages because originally we just had the landing page. I think it turned out awesome. I love the design. I love the logo with the Vegas skyline in the background.
I love the colors. It has my favorite color and Theresa's favorite color.
Oh, hey, there she is in the chat. But yeah,
thank you. It's me, Rachel.
Yeah, if anyone's into, she actually started a YouTube channel with her husband Lou. You can see that the Southwest Wanderers, and they go on little trips and stuff like. They just started out, so if anyone wants to throw them a subscriber or two, that would be awesome. They got a Jeep and they go out.
It's not a reseller channel.
No, not at all. It's just them traveling around and checking out cool places.
It's right now. It's Jeeping and checking stuff out, and then it's going to be RVing and checking stuff out. She's got a plan, guys.
There you go. So anyway, so this is the website. And as you can see, the dates, October 19th to the 21st. So we are doing it midweek. And we understand for some people that can make it a little bit difficult to be able to make it. We understand that. However,
all business conferences
they got to be in the week. You got to understand it. It's very difficult and very expensive to get any kind of conference space on a weekend.
And accommodations.
And all that stuff. So, and believe me, traveling, you're going to much rather be coming in and out of Vegas during the week than over the weekend.
Yep.
Because you'll be doing the opposite travel of most people that are coming to partay. But we get to partay too. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so October 19th through the 21st, I will say for those of you who plan to come, if you can, you're going to want to come at least the day before and leave the day after. So just know that you don't really want to show up the day of and have to deal with getting to your hotel room and then making it to the conference destination and all that stuff. It's just going to be easier. The last night we're having a big party that Thursday night. So again, you're going to want
you don't want to leave early.
Yeah, you're not going to want to have to leave.
If anyone has ever been to eBay Open before, you know that we end the event of eBay Open with a big party.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're going to do here. I can't promise you that it's going to be an eBay caliber party because to be fair,
quit talking about eBay. It's our party.
We don't have eBay bucks, but however,
it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be a good time.
It's going to be awesome. Okay, so this is just the main page, and you can enter your email here if you want to hear from more information or hear from us. However, tickets are going on sale tomorrow. So once you sign up for tickets, then you're going to be getting emails specifically just for people who are coming to the conference. So that's probably your best bet. Let's go ahead, and I'm just going to take us through this, guys, and we'll talk a little bit about it. Now, speakers, of course, we've got, look at this beautiful page here. Of course, we've got us. We're co-hosts of the event, a little blurb about us. Look how cute we are. And then, of course, we've got Theresa, and look how adorable she is. And don't forget,
that's her real estate realtor headshot. Theresa, you need a new headshot because that's your I'm a realtor headshot for sure.
Well, we don't have any good pictures of us, like professional pictures of the two of us. So
we don't.
Should get on that.
That was my last collegiate professional old 9-to-5 job.
You look like a realtor. It's very professional.
I like it. It's also the headshot that we have back on the wall that Theresa signed, and then she never realized she'd have to be in the background at all times, and she was like, "Maybe I shouldn't have sent you that." Anyway, and please go and look at the site and make sure you pay special attention to Theresa's bio, because I'm not to brag or anything, guys, but I did write it for her eBay Open speaking for that she's doing a workshop. So Theresa, do you want to talk about how awesome I am? Go ahead, I'll give you a moment.
So let me just tell you, I had because I'm a speaker at the eBay Open event, and I had to I got an email, and 2 days later I had to have a headshot and a bio, and I'm like, threw it out, and I'm like, hey, somebody write something funny. And Katy did, and I'm like, you know what? And I tossed it out there, and eBay used it, and I love it.
Thank you very much. And then
thank you very much.
So as far as speakers go, we're still working on our schedule, and we have people that we're talking to, and we already have commitments from several of them, but we're not quite ready to put them up on the bios because we're still working to kind of hammer out the schedule. So those will come later. However, we do have our official MC for the event. And for those of you who know her and have met her, you know how awesome it is that she is going to be basically emceeing our whole event. And that's going to be Dom Hollins. She's our MC. We think this is a huge get for us.
It is a huge get.
We had her locked in for last year. We were super worried about if she was going to be able to make it for this year, because she does have, always has a lot of stuff going on. But
she's super busy with her business.
Yeah.
So yeah.
If anyone has been around Dom at seller events, you know that whether you've met her before or not, she's one of those people that draws everyone to her. The last time we were at eBay Open 2019, it was almost impossible to talk to her because people were literally lined up waiting to talk to her.
For those of you that don't know, Dominique used to work for eBay. As there have been many, many changes over the last 2 to 3 years at eBay. As we all know, a lot of executives have left, have gone on to other places. Dom was one of the people that had left last April. And but she was with eBay for a couple of years, headed their seller diversity and inclusion division, and she was also the one that mentored a lot of sellers in a special group that was seller diversity advocates. So we got to know her through that, and got to know her as a friend and just a fellow human that we really, really love and really connect with.
Absolutely.
So when we first started talking about putting this together last year, we could not think of a better person to bring in that has the absolute best energy and drive, and she's just all of that and a bag of chips. Like, honestly, she's fantastic.
A ball of energy and positivity.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I think that just having her there is going to elevate this event to the next level. So we're pretty excited about it. I'm really happy to have her on board. And like I said,
and if anyone watched our show last year, we did do a special show with Dom talking about racism and not seller diversity and diversity in general. And if you haven't watched it, it's a really good way. We didn't monetize it, by the way, but we want you to go back and take a look at it if you ever have any questions or
we did monetize it because we donated the money.
We monetized it to donate it is what I meant. But it's always a hot topic. It's always an important topic. But at the time we were at the height of the George Floyd incident, and it was something that was on the tips of everybody's tongue. And she was able to help facilitate a conversation that us as awesome middle-aged white people were not able to really do properly.
I'm a 12-year-old white person, but yes.
And she was able to help us answer questions and freely ask questions that maybe some people are afraid to ask. And she handled it with grace. Yeah. And it was a great, probably the most proud I've ever been of any YouTube thing or anything that we've ever done. So
Absolutely
get a chance, go check it out. It's way back last year, but it was really good.
Yeah, it's going to be super awesome. Okay, so moving on to the event schedule. Now, like I said, we don't have the schedule hammered out as of yet because that's all going to depend on how we kind of shape our experience and the speakers and everything. But just to give kind of what we have so far kind of down. So Tuesday's going to be kind of like a half day. It's going to start most likely at about noon, and you will have already like eaten eaten lunch. We won't be providing lunch that day or anything like that. So you're going to register. We're going to have, our big welcome, and then there'll be some sessions, and that'll be it for Tuesday. Wednesday, we're going to have sessions.
Probably starting either 8:30 or 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
Again, this is a loose schedule to give you an idea that it's an all-day event, 8:30 or 9 in the morning.
Yep. And so not being, we'll get a little bit to like what comes with the ticket price, but I do want to say, because I think this is pretty cool and pretty fun, but because we're not a big corporation like eBay, and there are a lot of costs that go into running an event like this, we're not going to be providing lunch free of charge or anything like that. However, why don't you go ahead and tell them what we're going to be doing on Wednesday and Thursday for lunch?
So Wednesday, the facility that we're in holds a little over 300 people. So that's part of it as well. We want you to know that we're only selling 280 tickets, and that's due to capacity issues. So the tickets will sell out, and they will probably sell out fairly quickly. So we do want you guys to be aware of that as we're talking about this.
I'm guessing like a couple of weeks, but get it in.
Also because of the size of the facility and costs involved with running an event. Any of you that may know about this. Again, we don't have eBay's pockets. We can't pay you to come, right? So that's kind of what eBay does. But we are going to have some super fun food options for you at the facility. We are going to have a bevy of food trucks set up for lunch for Wednesday and Thursday, so that there should be something there for everyone that wants to come. We're going to do our best to make sure that it's all affordable food options that are right there on site. So you have the freedom to leave for lunch. We're going to have a 90-minute lunch break on both days. You have plenty of time to leave if you'd like. But for those of you
food trucks, guys.
Those of you that are flying in and that are not going to have your own vehicles and don't want to Uber and Lyft everywhere, which is something very easy to do, you don't have to. You can stay all day. You can be contained, and there's plenty. Food trucks are very plentiful out here in Vegas and so we don't know exactly who we're going to have yet.
And those of us who are from
there'll be good options.
Those of us who are from the West Coast, we love us some freaking food trucks. So I think it's going to be awesome. Vicky's going to be working on putting that together. And
I do think
coming up with options with these food trucks where they're going to be able to provide affordable lunches for everybody. So it's not going to be like you're having to spend $20 every day for lunch.
And for those of our friends that are vegetarian and vegan, we will make sure that there will be at least a couple of vegetarian and vegan options within these food trucks. I can't promise you that we're going to have one specific truck for that, because I don't think there will be enough of you that will partake that will make it worth the truck coming for themselves.
Yeah.
But we will make sure that there are options available for you.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to say about that is that it also allows us to give you more variety. When you go to a corporate event, lots of times for conferences, you're going to get the sandwich in a box crap.
Yeah.
That's about the level of what we could afford if
it would end up costing us a lot of money to provide a mediocre lunch. And that's just not very exciting. To me, the food truck thing is way more fun. Okay.
And you will be able to stay on site. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you. The facility is big enough. There's going to be tables. You're going to go out and grab your food at the food truck, and you come inside and meet people, as Victoria says, make friends and sit with strangers, and you'll leave friends.
Absolutely. So then the other part of Wednesday, after we have our sessions, for those of you who have come the last couple of years to eBay Open, one of the things, at least our group of friends have kind of made sort of like a tradition, is picking a night during the week when we go out to hang out on Fremont Street, the Fremont Street Experience, which is downtown Las Vegas. There's the Strip, but then there's downtown Las Vegas, and that feels a lot more like old Vegas, and it's a lot more interesting. And so we've always made a point to have a night where we all went out there. So now we're going to make it like official for our event. And Wednesday night, we're going to have a night out on Fremont. Of course, it's not required that anybody join us, but we think it'd be pretty awesome if we just took the place by storm.
Can you imagine
people?
300 of us just kind of taking over Fremont Street.
Hey,
I know.
Awesome.
There's tens of thousands of people that are out there. But the cool thing about Fremont, for those of you who haven't been there, They have live music every night. There's multiple stages there. It's usually packed with people. It's crazy awesome people watching.
It's also not going to be July.
Yeah, it's not going to be July, so it won't be crazy hot. Because of the location of where we're having our event, it's very, very close. It's just a few minutes of a drive, like Uber drive or whatever, from Fremont. So the most of you are going to probably get hotel rooms right in that area. So it's going to be awesome because you're going to be able to hang out Wednesday night with everybody and then just go to your hotel room.
Which is all walkable, by the way. All of the hotels, if you've never been to Fremont Street, it's a concentrated area of hotels where everything is within a couple of blocks. It's not like at the Strip where you've got to walk a half a mile in between hotels.
It's all right
Everything's
there.
very close, and you can walk right to your hotel and
partake
of some cocktails or some mocktails and go and hang out with your friends and listen to some music and do a little gambling and some sightseeing and some freak show watching. And
it's
then
really fun.
And then at the end of the night, you can just kind of break off from the group and just say, okay, I'm going to bed now.
Yeah. It's really fun. Kara says Fremont, interesting. That's an understatement. Yeah, it's seriously, to me, I don't care about the Strip. To me, Fremont is the best part of Vegas when we're talking about the casino part of Vegas. Mm-hmm. It's like for people when tourists come, people come that we're friends with that want to go out and be touristy. That's where we take them because we think it's a lot more fun than the Strip itself.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's Wednesday. On Thursday, again, we're going to do sessions, lunch, and everything. And then the last session of the day is going to be a live YouTube wrap for, it's going to be a Katy and Vikki YouTube show. So we're going to do a show from the stage with the audience. So all of you guys will be there. If any of you were at eBay Open 2019, we did a live show. We packed in over 100 people into a suite. But this will be even bigger than that. So it'll be an opportunity for us to bring some of you up on stage, up on camera, and talk about how your week was, what you got out of it, what you enjoyed. Probably give away a bunch of prizes, do fun stuff. It'll be a really cool wrap up for the event. And then, guys, and then
we'll let you go
to
your room and change if you want. So we'll take a break for a couple hours.
Yeah, so then we will have our big party. So we're going to have a DJ, we'll have music. It's going to be really fun. We're going to have it's going to be catered. So that food will be included in the event. And it's going to be super awesome. And we're just going to party our little butts off and have a great time.
And there will be a bar, but it is a cash bar because drunkities, we cannot afford to do open bar for all you peeps. I love you, but I also know how much you guys can drink.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Well, we could afford it, but we'd have to charge $1,500 a ticket.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so let's talk about the topics that we're going to be covering. Now, we do want feedback from you guys about what you would like to learn about. And for those of you that actually buy tickets that register tomorrow morning or whenever, there is going to be a question when you register asking you to give that feedback because, we've come up with some topics that we think are interesting, that we think people want to learn about, but we might be missing something really important or something really interesting that we wouldn't have thought about without your input. So please, if you are going to get a ticket, make sure that you answer that question when you go to register, because we really want to know what people want to learn about most, because at this point, things are still fluid, nothing's set in stone. And if there's something that we see that would be beneficial to bring to this conference, we will absolutely make sure that we make it happen, but we need to hear about it from you guys. So, all right. So what we have so far for topics, you can see this list here: bookkeeping and taxes, hiring and training. I think that's a big question that comes up a lot in like Facebook groups. People are like ready to hire somebody to help them with photographs or ready to help them with listing.
And how do you do it? How do you start? Where do you begin?
They don't know how to start. They don't know where to go. So we're going to have an awesome panel that's going to have a few people on there that have a lot of experience with hiring locally, with using virtual assistants and things like that. So I think that's going to be a really helpful topic for a lot of people. We're also going to be talking about sourcing locally, but also online, and buying wholesale, which is something that a lot of people are interested in to be able to take it to the next level, because sourcing can be difficult depending on where you are. Retail and online arbitrage. Theresa, what do you tell us about which video on our channel is the most popular of all time, has made the most money for our channel of all time, which, still it's like a few $100.
Where is my 72-cent cut? Like, I want this. So I think it was in March of 18, maybe. I went to Vegas. I was speaking at ASD in March, and I'm like dragging you guys out to do some retail arbitrage. You guys are bored out of your mind, but you did. I know
It was fun.
You participated, and Vikki finally sold the last of those Katy Perry Rubik's Cube shoes.
Seriously, I think I still have one pair. I'm so terrible at online or retail arbitrage, guys.
We did some retail arbitrage, and and I am contributing to your income because it's your most watched video, apparently. So
we have tens of cents a day that we owe to you.
Yeah, that video I think is.
I want tacos.
Huh?
I want tacos.
Yes, tacos.
Yes.
That video has had, I think, almost 40,000 views, which for our channel, that's kind of a lot. But it's because it's around retail arbitrage, and of course, because Theresa's in it. And so a lot of people are really interested in that. And it's not what we do personally as sellers, but we know there are a lot of people that do. For instance, Vikki's brother and sister-in-law, they just started a couple of years ago doing Amazon.
They've been doing it for 2 years, and they are
100% online arbitrage. He does not leave the house to source. And how are they doing?
They are well over $2.5 million a year in sales.
Yeah, insane. So we do think
it's definitely a different breed, but I'm glad to see it on the topics covered, because while it might not be what you're thinking that you might want to do, it might spark an idea or an interest or something else. I mean, I do. I haven't been doing any retail arbitrage or minimal since COVID, just because I'm not out shopping. But it's a great way to add to your income. I'm not a thrifter. I will go to thrift stores, but so anyways, it's to make it a little more diverse, because not everybody's going to be a thrifter. So
right. Let's go through a little bit here before we start answering questions.
So I do want to answer a question really, really quick. Somebody's asking about buying a ticket for hubby just for the party. Unfortunately, because there's a real limit to space and the party is going to be at the same place the conference is, we're not going to be able to sell extra tickets just for the party. We're only going to be able to have people who are there for the event that have an event ticket. So, and I'm really sorry about that. And maybe next year, depending on how this year goes, maybe next year we will be able to do it in a venue where we have a little bit more flexibility. But for this year, we don't. And
we're very limited by capacity. So unfortunately, we don't have the option to do that. That would mean that someone that paid for a full price ticket would not be able to come to the party, or would have had to not come to the party. So unfortunately, we don't have the ability to do that at this facility. Okay,
so moving on with topics, inventory management. Theresa has created an amazing system for inventory management that I think, we've seen her do the presentation in the past, and I'm sure it's even better now, but it's one of the best, most useful presentations that you'll see at any kind of seller event, because I know our system is probably, even though it kind of works for us, it definitely is a system that if we had it magically could just have it be in place, would probably make our businesses run a whole lot.
Oh smoother. Yeah, I'm so lazy. We all know we don't want me teaching you inventory management because mine is zero. So
we're also going to talk about building community, because it may not seem like a business thing, but the reality is this business is a very lonely business unless you happen to be able to work with somebody. And to me, to be successful, being a part of a community like this does more than you realize. And you end up forming partnerships and relationships and sources, and networking is super important if you really want to do more than just kind of your insular thing. So I think it is really important. We're also going to talk about nonprofit work through reselling. We're going to talk about time management. We're going to talk about increasing revenue via cross-listing. I know I added at least $30,000 to my bottom line last year just from cross-posting. For you, even more so.
Yeah, it was about 48,000 last year, and I think it's going to be even. Yep, it's definitely going to be even more this year. Even though this year for me is a slower year than last year across all platforms.
Through very slight changes in how we do our work, we were able to add big dollar amounts to our revenue, and I think that everybody should be paying attention to that. And then social selling and Instagram and more.
And more.
And more.
So one of the things that has been a long, had always been an issue with eBay Open is that eBay was never able to talk about topics or anything before you bought your ticket. So one of the things that we promised you is that we would talk to you, we would at least have a loose outline of what topics are definitely going to be covered. And these are a few of them.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to have all of these topics and then some covered. We are really hoping to help obviously there are some topics that are not going to apply to everyone, or they're not going to be interested in everyone. That's like any conference, but we really want to help give you some tools to help elevate you to the next level.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the frequently asked questions, because the frequently asked questions are going to answer some of the questions I'm seeing in the group here.
All right,
okay?
Guys, event location. We are going to be doing this at the Blind Center of Nevada. For those of you that don't know, it's an amazing organization. And I think one of the things that's really cool about them is they actually do part of their funds come from their own eBay store, which is super awesome. And I'm hoping that at the event, we'll be able to arrange for people to do some tours, because you're going to want to check it out. We've been there for another event. Chris Lynn had an event a couple of years ago that we went to, and we got to do a tour of their facility, and it's super awesome. It's an amazing building.
We also held our meetup, our reseller meetup that we have here locally. We held it there for several months as well.
Yeah, so there's a really cool organization, and they have an amazing facility, which I think they built with cash. It was like a $4 million building, because they're so good at bringing in revenue. One of the things they do is like electronics recycling. And so they're a place where anybody can go and drop off electronics, and some of it they'll turn around and sell in their eBay store, but a lot of it they sell the scrap. They take it all. They have workers there. Many of them are blind or seeing impaired, and they work to dismantle stuff, and they separate it all out. And I don't remember what the amount was. I'm sure it's changed by now, but they bring in a crazy amount of revenue every month.
It was like 40,000.
Just from scrap.
It was like 40,000 a month.
It was something crazy.
Something crazy.
No, not eBay. I'm talking about the scrap. They have eBay, and then they have the scrap that they sell. Okay. And it's nuts. So anyway, they're just a really cool place. And
we have a link to their website. That's, you can see some pictures of the space and the place. It's a really cool building.
Yeah, Susan's been there. And
Susan's been there. It's a really cool building. It's a really cool company, and they rent out their facility for conferences and weddings and all kinds of events. It's an event center, and we are going to be one of them.
Yep, we're pretty excited about it. So you can go to their website. I've got linked here if you wanted to check out and learn more about them. But it's just pretty cool to see some of these nonprofits who have figured out how to use eBay to really boost their revenue. Okay, what's included in the ticket price? We talked about this a little bit. Again, it's the admission to the event, of course. We are going to have beverage and snack service on all 3 days. So there's going to be lots of stuff you can snack on throughout the day. There'll be, sodas and water and stuff like that. I'm assuming probably
coffee in the morning.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And then admission to the fully catered Thursday night closing party. I do say in there the cash bar. So I'm assuming we'll have.
We'll
have non-alcoholic drinks, but yeah. So we will have some pretty cool swag bags. We've been saving since like last year, and then of course we're going to be getting more stuff from sponsors and whatnot. But by the time I think that the event happens, we'll have some pretty cool swag bags for everybody.
We are going to have some special giveaways during the event as well. So there's that too.
And then, of course, you will get a Reseller Remix T-shirt. And I'm just going to tell you guys right now, I know that sometimes events, they don't provide sizes that are inclusive for everyone. But I'm telling you, we will have more options than you normally get to see. But when you sign up and register for the event tomorrow morning or later, you will have the option to say what size you need. So we make sure that everybody gets the right size T-shirt. And again, I say in here, lunch will not be provided, but we'll have several local food trucks on location just for the event, and making sure that they have affordable lunch options, so that, it's not going to exceed, depending on what you need to buy for your lunch, it shouldn't exceed $10, but it should be less than that. So you know what, that's $20 you got to include in your budget to make sure that you're covered. Nearby attractions, I tried to include some stuff to help you out here. We're going to be in downtown Las Vegas. There's a lot of places. There's Pizza Rock, Smash Pig, Evil Pie, Eureka, but there's lots of other places too.
If you wanted to go off-site.
Dinner.
Oh, and also dinner.
But that too. But yes, dinner and stuff. I mean, most of you should be staying in that area. So
there's all of the restaurants that are available in every single casino.
That too.
In the downtown area.
Personally, we really love Pizza Rock down there. We're big fans. They have an amazing happy hour.
Lucy asked a question: which airport should I fly into? There's only one airport, honey, so you're going to want to fly into McCarran Airport, which is the Las Vegas airport. The airport code is LAS. There's only one.
Yep. Okay, shopping. I mean, that's so subjective. What people are looking for as far as shopping, but I'm sure all of you being resellers are very good at figuring out where you want to go to shop. Culture, downtown Las Vegas, East Fremont Street. There's lots of stuff to see there. There's Container Park. If you haven't seen Container Park, especially at night, they have a giant fire-breathing praying mantis. I think it spews fire every 15 minutes or something like that after dark. It's really cool.
Atomic Liquors, drink at Atomic Liquors. Atomic Liquors is one of the oldest bars in Las Vegas. It used to be the site where people would come on the top, stand on the top of the bar on the roof and watch the atomic testing that was happening in Vegas, where they would have like the little in the desert. So it's just, there's lots of history in Las Vegas, and it's lots of fun. Atomic Liquors is one of the oldest bars, and it's pretty interesting.
There's the Slotzilla zip line where you can try not to throw up on the people down below as you fly across the sky. Live music, and of course the people watching. That's where like the buskers are, the people who dress up and ask for money. But they actually have special spots that they have to pay to be able to stay in, and you get to see all kinds of ridiculous costumes, and it's a little out of control. It's fun. But yeah, like I said, the 20th we'll be out there for a group outing. So here's a list. This is not everything. There are other hotels and casinos down there, and this is not anything to make recommendations necessarily. This is just an example of some of the hotels you could stay at. I will say Circa is probably going to be the most expensive one
because it's brand new.
But for anybody, maybe you have a little extra cash and you want to stay somewhere brand new that's for only 21 and older.
It's the fancy one.
Yeah, it's brand new. There's a rooftop pool. That just pointing that one out. There's some other ones that are going to be a lot more affordable. The D is pretty nice, but you should be able to still get a room for under $100 a night. And the earlier you book, the better, guys. Golden Nugget is also decent. Downtown Grand, I think, is nice too, right?
Yep, Downtown Grand is very nice inside.
And they all should be under $100 a night.
And then there's also there's a Fremont Hotel and El Cortez. There's Main Street Station. Those are a little bit on the lower end scale, but they're all for, and
they're all right there.
They're all right there. You can find something in an affordable price range. I will say that you probably do not want to choose any of, just as a warning, if you're from out of state, you do not want to choose any of the hotels that are in that area that are not on Fremont Street, in the not Fremont area. Those are pretty sketchy. Anything that is listed under the Fremont experience and anything that is listed on as being in the Fremont Street, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah. Victoria Smith shared the website for the Vegas experience, so you can see a little bit more information about what's going on down there. But
the other thing I'm going to say is, if you have any question about booking a hotel and you want to know and make sure that it's a safe hotel or anything like that, please feel free to reach out to me.
Yeah.
We're happy to answer those questions.
Yeah. So Theresa, what's that?
We do have a Facebook group for those that are going to the conference. So this is where we
register.
All this kind of stuff.
Yep. When you register, you will get a confirmation email, and in that confirmation email will be the link or the address to the BOSS Reseller Remix Facebook group. Now, when you go to that Facebook group and request to join, the question is going to ask you if you are registered for the event. And the only way you're going to be approved to join that group is if you have already registered for the event. We're not going to have anybody in that group that is not coming. And that's where we're going to be able to talk about anybody who wants to share rides. Maybe you want to
share a room,
talk to people about sharing a room or sharing rides to the event every day, things like that. But just to go back to these hotels again real quick, like Vicki was saying earlier, when you're on Fremont Street, it's crazy. Everything is super walkable. It's all connected. It takes
connected under the largest LED screen in the world. It's all like a bunch of TVs on your. It's a roof of TVs.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid about. One of the things that we're going to do is in that group, we will create some topics for you. If you're shy in that group, we're going to create some topics. Okay, who's a first timer? Who's never come before? Who is coming by themselves and is nervous about this? After you purchase your ticket, you'll be in that group, and we will make sure that there are introductions made to make this more comfortable for you. One of the things that's nice about us having a smaller event of only 300 people, it is far less overwhelming to go and meet 300 people versus 3,000 people.
Yeah. And these are all people that you're in. Look at you're here interacting in the chat right now. You're in the BOSS Facebook group. You'll be in the group with everybody else that's attending the event in the smaller group. So you're going to be if you've never met somebody that you've interacted with online, you will be shocked at how quickly and easily it feels like you've known them forever. And you have a shared interest, and you'll be blown away by how easy it makes it to have conversations, to interact with people. And it might seem scary at first, but you'll realize once you're there that it's really not that scary. Let's see.
So I want to just highlight what Susan says there. Susan Sanders. For those of us that don't know Susan, we know Susan here in Vegas, and she's accurate right there. She says, she says, I have high anxiety in crowds, and we've talked about this before. Susan has a lot of social anxiety as well, and I'm not.
But you would never know it.
But you'd never know by meeting her. But I know it takes her a lot to come to these events, but she's always come and always and had fun and met people. So I'm telling you, if Susan can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah. And also Reseller Project.
Michelle,
looks like Southwest Airlines has package deals with Circa and the Golden Nugget.
Awesome.
Again, Circa is going to be your more expensive option, but it's super cool.
It's brand new.
So if you have a little extra cash and you really want to have a cool experience, then I would say check out Circa. But Golden Nugget is cool also, and probably the more affordable option. And Southwest Airlines, if you can manage it, they're the airline as a reseller to take, because you are able to have 2 checked bags up to 50 pounds each, plus your carry-on, plus your personal bag. So it's a really good option if you know you're going to be shopping and stuff like that. So you'll want to check that out. All right, guys, the last page on here, you'll see more, is to buy tickets. Now, again, it says on here today. Obviously, they're not available today, but I wasn't going to change all the wording just for one day. The one day it was going to be live before. But these tickets, they're going to basically go live tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. It's the same time the show started today. So tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Now, I mean, it would be super cool if they sold out in one day. I don't know that that's going to happen. I think that there's probably going to be a lot that will be sold in the first day. My guess is it'll take a couple weeks, but do not listen to me. Do not, if you know you want to come, get your ticket as soon as possible, because you don't want to have to worry about them potentially being sold out.
We are not holding any tickets back. We will not have extras. We are not comping our friends. It's honestly, you're all our friends. We can't. I mean, it'd be real hard to choose, right? This is not, I need people to understand, this is not, we are not eBay. We don't have the funds to put on an enormous event. This is the max that we can handle right now. Yeah. Maybe if it goes really well, we'll go bigger next year. Who knows? We'll see. But
so if you know for sure that you are coming, please get your ticket. The sooner the better, because we really don't know. I mean, we know we have some of you guys who are like super hardcore and say, yes, we're going to be there. And we've already made reservations. We've already got our flights. We know we have that. But it's hard to really know for sure, like how many people are interested and want to come and how fast it's going to sell out. I do think that as we announce like speakers and who's going to be here, tickets, more and more tickets will be sold as people realize who's coming. More and more tickets are going to be sold. So the sooner you take care of it, the better. And I believe we're doing our event the 19th to 21st of October. I think that following weekend is, what's the event that's happening?
It's EDC. If you don't know what EDC is, you don't want to be anywhere near Vegas for EDC. I got to be honest with you. It's crazy. It's crazy. You don't want to be here for that.
But there will be people that will be buying, that will be coming in earlier because of that. And so it's going to affect hotel prices and things like that. Mm-hmm. So the longer you wait to take care of all those details, the prices are going to go up.
Yeah. So because, we're suggesting you want to come in the day before and leave the day after.
So Monday through Friday, the 18th through the 22nd, because you're not going to want to fly in that morning, have to go to the hotel, figure out what you're doing to get to the event, and then show up for registration. You're going to be so tired. You're going to be stressed out. So if you can swing it, come on the 18th. It's Monday.
Anytime on Monday, because we're not doing
earlier if you
Monday.
Want, but I would say at least Monday. And then, of course, Thursday night, we have our big party, and you definitely don't want to miss the big party. You want to make sure you're there for that.
You don't want to try to go to the airport at midnight or 1 a.m. Well, some people do, but
people do. But I'm just saying, if you can stay until at least Friday, that's a better bet. And because we're doing it the opposite of the weekends The weekends are when it tends to be even more crazy for people coming to Vegas and leaving because they're, just coming for the weekend.
So as far as flights in and flights out and rooms, your best prices are during the week anyway. So
yeah, absolutely. I've seen a lot of people in the chat talking about staying at the Golden Nugget. So it sounds like they've made their decisions. A lot of them have already booked.
How many people in the chat have already booked your hotel and or airline ticket? Go.
Yeah, for sure. We want to know. And real quick, I'm just going to show one more thing before I take us off this shared screen. So tomorrow, now I have the link down below for our website, but I also have the direct link to where to buy the tickets. But from our website, you just click on this. We're using Eventzilla to do this. And you can see here, it's cool. It's got like a countdown. There are a lot of different things that come along with this event site that I don't even know all about yet. But for now, we're using it just to sell the tickets, and they will go on sale. You can see it says 7/1/21, so that's tomorrow morning. But you'll be able to go here to register, and so that's So the link to this site is down below, but also you can get there from the regular overall website. So let me go ahead and take us back out of here. There we are. All right, I see some people here. Dawn has her hotel booked.
I know Kara does already.
Yeah. Laura has her hotel booked, but is still kind of looking around.
She's
for
stalking
flights.
some flights.
Yeah, she's up in the Midwest, so it's all going to depend on like your location and what those prices are going to be like. If you can use points. I know we use Southwest card.
We use our Southwest business card for everything. So very rarely.
I could probably count on one hand the number of flights I've actually paid for in the last 25 years since I got a Southwest credit card.
Yeah, I haven't had it for 25 years, but I can say for 2 years, in the last 3 years, I think I've maybe paid for one flight because Southwest doesn't fly where I was going. So
yeah. So guys, I've been doing a lot of talking, and we haven't necessarily been paying
Katie,
attention to the chat.
Over.
So Shalene asked which hotel is closest. They're all the closest hotels are going to be the ones on Fremont Street. Yeah. Any one of the ones on Fremont Street, you're going to be fine.
We're telling you, if you look at the Fremont,
because you're going to have to Uber or Lyft to the event, or if a lot of people are staying together and there's cars.
Yeah, go ahead,
Mr. Cotter. Maybe you guys are too old for that reference, but probably not.
No, we got it. I got it.
Horseshack. If you're concerned about walking or whatever, Google Map the Blind Center of Nevada, and then you can see where the hotels are and see which one's closest for you. But they all are within walking distance. But
they're not in walking distance of the event.
No.
I'm sorry. You're right. Sorry.
Yeah, anything in downtown Las Vegas and those hotels we included. And if you go look at the Las Vegas Experience website, I'm telling you, on the Strip, if you try to walk from one hotel to another, like Vicki said earlier, it will literally take you an hour. When you're in that downtown Las Vegas area on the Fremont Street, you can walk to all of those hotels. If you were just walking straight through, it would take you maybe 10 minutes to walk past all of those. They are all super close to each other. So don't worry about so-and-so said they're staying at the Golden Nugget.
It's very condensed in Fremont, where on the Strip, everything's become this luxurious resort. And so there's 2 and 3 miles of hotels. Yeah. So that's not like that on
wherever you stay, you're going to hop in an Uber if you don't have a car with you, and it's going to take max 10 minutes to get to the site.
The other thing I'm going to say is, because our event is where it is and it's not on the Strip, that's what makes it affordable. None of us could afford to put an event on at a hotel casino. We couldn't do it. Not for 300 people, not for right. You'd have to take out mortgages to do it.
Well, we guarantee you that eBay loses money when they do their big live in-person events, but we're not.
They lose thousands and thousands and thousands. There was one night that I got out of what it cost, but it was a lot.
Yeah.
So what I was going to say is, all of these hotels that we're referencing for you to go to or try to stay at, obviously we're not getting deals on this. I just want you to realize that if you were to stay at Mandalay Bay, where the eBay event has been the last few years, or the Venetian, where it was the first year they did it, these hotel prices don't even come close to those prices. So it's much, much more affordable.
Yeah, for sure. And so I had already put Sally's comment up, but she's staying at not the Golden Nugget, but Four Queens. It's a little cheaper there. And Four Queens, I don't have it on the list, but that is another one. It's got pretty good reviews. It's another. Does. I think it's like most of these are like 3-star places, but they're pretty nice. And so that's a cheaper one. So Four Queens, definitely, if you're looking around, you should be shopping around trying to figure out which one.
And if you have your own car and you're driving in, or you happen to live here, or and you want to stay at one of the fancier hotels in the strip, we're not telling you not to. You can stay wherever you want. Yeah. Just know that it's going to be a little bit longer of a commute to get.
And the vast majority of us are all going to be in that area. So like the Wednesday night, Vicki and I are going to be staying.
Yeah, we're not
staying at home. We're going to be getting a room for that whole week so that we're close to everything. And Wednesday night, when we're all out on Fremont Street, like you're not going to want to have to get in a car and go a couple miles away and deal with that. You're going to want to just be hanging out and then be like, all right, good night, guys. And then go right up to your room. It's just going to make it a lot easier.
I know that's how I act. Now, I'm like, okay, I'm done.
If you do have to stay a little further away, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm just saying, like, if you have an option, staying downtown is going to be the best option. So, all right, guys, any other questions? See, you thought we'd get done with this. There's a lot of information to put out there.
There was a lot.
We're really excited, guys. And we hope
if you can't tell, we're really excited.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see everybody. I mean, I've always loved the in-person events. I think it's cool that we get to run this one. It's probably not going to go perfectly. We'll make mistakes. There might be stuff that doesn't work the way we thought it would. But the bottom line is, I think we're going to have a lot of fun. If you take the time out of your life and put out the funds that's going to take to be able to travel here and stay in a hotel and be a part of this event, we promise you are not going to regret it. You're going to have fun. You're going to get plenty of our attention. We appreciate each and every one of you that's going to make this a priority and come and be a part of this
and spend your hard-earned money to increase your business knowledge. We appreciate that. We realize that this is not, it's not a free event. Obviously, again, we can't do that. Yeah. We can't pay you to come. We do this stuff for free because we have to.
Keep in mind that this will be a business trip. It will all be tax deductible, but we can almost be, I was going to say, I promise you, but we can almost guarantee that you will take away some gems and some nuggets to improve your business in some way or another. Like there is going to be a lot of different content, and maybe you're not focused with it. There'll be people to talk to have, if you have a specific question, like it'll just be a lot of one-on-one time, but we talk about how fun it's going to be to see each other. It will be an educational event as well. Absolutely. So, and just keep in mind that anything that you spend to get there, any money you spend while you're there, is going to be a business expense and can be
except the gambling part.
That's all right.
Yeah, gambling, can't write that off. But
what I was really trying to say is that we, Theresa, myself, Vicki, we are going to be putting our best effort in to make ourselves available to you guys. You're not going to come there and then get ignored by us. We understand that for a lot of you guys, we have been a part of your virtual online lives for a long time now. And we are going to show you the respect of giving you our attention and making you a part of the event. And so I think it's going to be a really awesome experience for everyone. And that's the nice thing about a smaller event like this that isn't thousands of people, is that you are going to have access to us and to the other people that are going to be a part of
all of the other speakers that are going to be there.
And there's going to be a lot of people that will be putting more information about that as the days come. It's just going to be a really cool event.
Because it's going to be a smaller event. When I speak at eBay Open, we go to eBay Open and I tell people, and I certainly don't have the audience that you guys do, but I tell them, like, if you see me, please come up and interrupt. Please come up and talk to me. Like,
of course,
this will be a much smaller event, and it'll be very just natural and organic to do that, because it's not going to be 2,000 people there. It'll be, 300 people. So,
Robin, I hope you can come. I need to be able to look Dreamy Eyed Joe right in the eyeballs. And be like, your eyes are so pretty. I bet they're even prettier.
Okay,
I'm going to lose myself in Joe's dreamy eyes.
Okay, Katie, you're creeping us out.
Right? All right, guys. I think that's it. I think we got all the deets.
Awesome. So buy your ticket tomorrow, join the Facebook group, and we can continue the chat there.
Yeah, I will put a reminder up in the group. In the regular Boss Facebook
and you'll probably see us talking about it until the tickets are sold out. We'll be talking about it on the channel a little bit and in the group a little bit and on our personal pages and,
Yeah. All right, guys. We appreciate you coming in and hanging out. And, please, if you know of people who are going to be interested in coming to this event and maybe haven't been paying attention or weren't here for this show, make sure you're reaching out to them and being like, hey, are you coming? Because I'm going to be there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, tell your reseller friends. Tell your
All your
reseller
friends, yeah. Because this is gonna be a fun event, but it will also be educate. I want to emphasize the education because you guys have emphasized
Absolutely.
Sure.
No, there's definitely anybody who's ready to take their business to the next level. It's all in your control, and you absolutely will take away some important tools and motivation. A lot of it has to do with motivation as well. So we're going to be there to inspire each other to take it to the next step. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming and joining us. We really appreciate you. We will see you on Sunday for our Sunday Live Hall show. We're back this weekend after.
Well, it's the 4th of July, so
we're not. Are we celebrating the 4th of July in the morning or in the afternoon? I guess we are going to a party.
We are going to a pool party.
Dang nabbit, guys! I'm a dang nabbit liar.
Get your social calendar straightened out before you come to a live show.
We can do our Sunday show early on Sunday instead. How's that?
Yeah, we could probably do that. So stay tuned. We'll announce it. Pew, 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 pew. All right, guys. We'll see you later.
Peace out.